DPS.
DPS and St. Stephen's. Two
Stephanian.
So I'm from Stephens. No,
What
but
batch?
but my primary schooling is from Stephens. I was there until third. But then
Sure.
DPS was a wave when it came to Chandigarh.
Okay.
So because it was a hype in Delhi.
Uh-huh.
So when it came to Chandigarh, my parents were like, "This is the best school.
Huh.
They have swimming. They have every sort of activity," and they literally did, which Stephens did not have. At least for girls, they had football. They had good soccer team and everything, but not other sports. They have chess and all of that, but maybe it was not my interest. I was more of this person who'd like to, have fun, do swimming, play lawn tennis. And I was also, I used to play table tennis also on this state level. So,
Table tennis.
yeah.
And just yesterday we had our guest Karan Mahajan who represented India in table tennis.
Lovely.
मजा आ रहा है मतलब टेबल टेनिस के स्टार्स ही निकल के आ रहे हैं एंड स्पेशली जैसे ही पता चलता है ना कि somebody from Stephens is here तो एक ऑलरेडी कंफर्ट डेवलप हो जाता है
I know. But see, honestly, I have been in DPS for more than the years that I've been in Stephens. But Stephens still has my heart. You cannot compete any school to Stephens ICSE board.
Hmm.
Like not the CBSE one, but ICSE is hands down the best school.
So I think let me brief you on our podcast now. Our podcast is like a 30-minute, 30-question podcast in which we fire away, questions about your career, your life, your schooling, your future plans, how you manage all, many aspects of life.
I also curate events just to let you know.
Or even better, we have
Matlab, this is like you want to know more about me as a person than just what I do, I believe. So I curate brand events, and that is something I do. All of my jobs are literally very connected. So from fashion, makeup came very naturally, and it was my dad who actually supported me. He told me go become a makeup artist. Yeah,
interesting, very interesting. Very
I
unique.
have a very interesting like study story, life pattern. It's like nothing in my life is planned. Nothing. I am not close to what I've done. I am doing something I am not educated on, and I'm doing brilliantly at it. Like I have brands like beauty brands like Dior, who support my work. Like recently, I flew down to Bombay for a Dior beauty event. So my life has just not gone as I planned it. I wanted to become a doctor. I was an excellent student. So more like it.
It's so different, huh? From a doctor,
Yeah.
from your
I'm a
thought.
medical background student.
Acha.
Yeah, my +1, +2 is
Huh.
medical.
Huh.
And then +2, and I decided I don't want to be a doctor. So I cleared my exams, did everything, and still I didn't want to be one because I felt the whole life what I've done is just study. Like from my youngest day, I remember I was a topper. So my whole life I was just studying, studying, studying. So I got so done and fed up with the fact that I have been studying. I've had no life of my own. Like nor did I go out to play. Like it was just very like 1% of my day. But 90% was school. You come back from school, you do your work and you study. You do your homework, you study. Like there was a reason I was a topper because I was that person. But then when I realized that life is beyond this, +1 and +2 is that like age and time of your, development that you realize there's more to life. In the teenage years and everything, you realize, yeah, padhai is not everything. And I'm nowhere close to what I've done. So I also cleared my law exams. I did a law coaching after my +2 and I cleared those exams also. But my father didn't let me sit for the, this thing, placement and everything. And I could have easily gotten into PU because I scored really well. I remember I was one of the best scorers and I could have gotten into Punjab University. And Punjab University law is literally very famous. So I could have gotten into that, but dad was like, no, law kari hui jo kuriyan hundi hai, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਲਦੀ ਸ਼ਾਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ. My Taya ji counseled him, like one of my cousin Taya Jis. So Punjabi family, everybody is influenced by everybody. So he counseled him, कि नहीं, you were not making her do it and all of that. So then I was fed up again. I was already fed up of the study pattern of my life. Then I literally left studies. I was like, now I'm going to do just a basic bachelor's degree. I'm going to do a graduation. And I am somebody who's good at studies. So I pursued English honors parallelly, like during my graduation. And I was also a journalism student. So I have an advanced diploma in journalism during like the same time I was pursuing my bachelor's. So I did a three-year this thing, like course, which was an additional subject. So general students have 5 subjects. I was doing English honors and journalism. So I had 7 subjects. So I was doing that. That is like how I left study. Eventually, I was always someone who was passionate about fashion. So I started this Instagram handle in say last year of my bachelor's, like very when papers happen, no, third year end. Uske baad,
What year was this?
I think it was 2015. No, sorry, 2016 end.
Almost
Like
a year.
July, August types.
ठीक है.
So I just opened public Instagram account. I lost a lot of weight from what I was. I was a very like heavy child, like heavy in the sense I am 5'2", 5'3". So it used to look like a round ball walking from a distance. That kind of child. So I have been abused by my classmates in school. So I have had not a very good experience with DPS at all. Very bad one. So that's why Stephens was more like my comfort. How the school, how the people there were very polite, very nice. Firstly, that shift of, and when you're in like say third standard, like say 10 years, 11 years, you don't like that fact that you're bloody good at everything. You're good at arts, you're good at music, you're good at dance, and you're excellent at studies. And the people around you are still judging you for your weight. And trust me, utna bhi overweight nahi tha. Normal overweight child, like a Punjabi child, जो pampered बच्चा होता है घर का. And I was pampered for all right reasons. I was bloody good. What do parents need from a young kid? They want the child to be excellent at what he or she does, whether it's studies, whether it's co-curricular. I'm actually good at everything. So my parents were pretty damn proud of me. Like my father's a huge family. So if you see everybody's academic graph, I was the best. And it's like 8 brothers and sisters, my father's side. So out of उस सबके 2-2 3-3 बच्चे उसमें से अगर मैं बेस्ट हूँ तो मैं बेस्ट हूँ ना यार, तो obviously I get the advantage of it also, and I'm not lying about it. I take it very openly. हाँ, I've got my advantages, but I was good at what I was doing. So then when I went to school, everybody is like suddenly bullying me for my weight and everything. So it really affected me as a person. And today, I feel this has been done to me till my plus 2. So from third grade to plus 2, it's like 9 years. 9 years, you've been constantly bullied for how you look. And I was not this good looking. This is like mehnat, guys. Pure mehnat. Mehnat in the sense of how I look. I really work on my fashion, my looks. Not like plastic surgery or aesthetic treatments, but overall, like how my personality appears. I really work on that. So this is like something I started doing eventually when I left all my studies, like post, like I lost weight also, I told you. Suppose that I started improving my self. Like I was always a well-dressed child, but I was excellent at it. Now I can easily say that I look good, I can make heads turn, and I'm very confident about myself. Nobody can badger me, nobody can tell me that I'm wrong. You are wrong. That is my first reaction. This is how bullying or something like that can change you as a person. It makes you a very adamant, stubborn person. And I am stubborn now. I don't lie about it. My friends know it. My family knows it. And they take it with a pinch of salt. They're like, it's fine. And it's a life journey. And nobody realizes this, that I have gone through so much in a very small time span. And when you're young, those things really affect you. It molds you as a person. So it has molded me a lot. It has molded my way of reacting to people, my way of taking things up, my way of doing things. Particularly that if somebody says no to me, I know I want to convert that no into a yes. And there is no way going back.
So you like challenges?
I love challenges. I am a number one. I will take it. I will make sure I win. I will make sure you turn and look back and tell me that I was bloody excellent and you were at fault, not me.
I think you need to wrap your words that you are confident instead of stubborn. You know how to get your
But I
things
am
done.
stubborn.
You feel
It's
that?
it's both ways.
Uh,
A stubborn person has the willpower to get things done, and I am not lying about it. I am confident, but I am also very stubborn. If you say no to me, I don't like a no. I
mm,
can't take a no.
mm.
That's the worst thing about me, but also the best thing about
Uh,
me. So I cannot take a no. That's the easiest way to sum it out.
So I'm going to make an exception today.
Okay.
I'm not going to fire 30 questions
Okay.
because I believe you talk from your heart,
Yeah.
right? So I'm going to take it very candidly, and
However you please.
let's just unfold, our conversation.
Let's.
Yeah. So let's start. Because I just realized I just have half knowledge about you.
Oh.
Matlab, from medical student to law aspirant.
I have no
है ना?
fashion degree, mind you.
Yeah.
No fashion degree at all. And I am very good at my fashion. Everybody
Yeah.
says that. Everybody compliments me.
Hmm.
Like I have had brands. Recently, we had a very nice, brand event in Chandigarh. I would not name the brand, but the theme was Emily in Paris.
Hmm.
And I am somebody who wore a coat suit.
Okay.
Everybody else, or like all other girls, were wearing dresses, skirts, and I was wearing that boss lady, like the coat suit.
The way Emily dresses.
Yeah.
Huh.
Emily dressed like that once in
Okay.
one of the scenes
Okay.
out of the all like seasons that have come out.
For an event, maybe.
Yes. And I was dressed like that.
Huh.
So you had to pull out an Emily, but I wanted to distinguish myself from other people standing in the room. So I always make that effort. I told you I will make your head turn. You cannot ignore me. It's as simple as that.
I agree. Let's go from 2016 when you opened your own Instagram handle.
Yeah.
वहाँ से आज तक जो आप अभी बॉम्बे जाके आए हो curating events. So take a step by step कि पहले क्या हुआ फिर क्या हुआ and how did you just manage all these things?
You're taking me back to nostalgia. more
We
than
want to know. We want to know.
So 2016 when I opened my Instagram account, that time influencing blogging was nothing. It was like Instagram just also came to India and it was just establishing itself as another app like a Facebook used to or an Orkut was
Hmm.
when I was in school. So
So you remember Orkut? Glad.
I have a vivid memory of everything. Everything. You make me meet one person once.
Huh.
I will remember that person for a lifetime. I have a
So
photographic
you're not
memory.
impressionable.
Yeah, very, very. And when people talk about things, I to just start imagining things. So I at times at dinner tables or lunches when we're sitting with friends, we're having fun, candid conversations. So half of the times I tell them, "Don't say this, please. You're just making me imagine things up."
Creative
So,
mindset.
Yeah, so it's like that. So I prefer, like, I don't know, somehow it's become that.
So you actually conversations, songs, all these things, you picture a memory with everything.
Absolutely. And what is life without using your brain? It's nothing. Why waste the most, like the best thing that God has given you? Why not use it? I think it's the best to use your brain. And anyways, it's a Google fact that humans use only 1% of their entire brain that God has given them. Why not make the best of it? Why not, take that rust out and use the entire brain as much as you can? I'm not saying go beyond your capability, but if you can, why not? Make use of it.
So देखो सभी agree करेंगे कि वो use कर रहे हैं, but the way you are creatively using it, I think that can be an inspiration to many.
I hope so.
तो वापस चलो 2016 पे.
So 2016, I just opened my Instagram account and I was this girl who was not very popular in college also. So it was the last few months of my college in ST. I was in GGD ST. So it's one of the best commerce colleges.
Me too.
High five. I think our schooling is so similar,
Yeah.
but we've maybe different batches, so we don't know very well of each other. But today, I'm sure you know a lot about me, and probably after the podcast, I get know more about you. So it's like I opened my Instagram account, and by that time I wasn't popular at all. Trust me when I say I had like a bunch of 4 5 friends I used to hang out with, and that was about it. Literally, I have never been popular in the friend circle where, the girls who look good, they're very popular amongst boys, amongst, friends, everything. But I wasn't that girl. I lacked that kind of attention, and I never even had a boyfriend till that age. Imagine. And today, nobody can say that about me, but trust me, I know what I've been through. You crave for that teenage and young years. You crave for that attention. You crave for a male gaze. But that time you are not of this mindset. This has come to me with eventual learning of life, that today, if nobody looks at me, I'm like, it's fine. I will make you look at me one day. Don't worry. Today I'm of this mindset. That time I wasn't. So that time it was like hardly any attention and all of that. Suddenly I opened my Instagram account. I was posting about random pictures nahi hoti from college mein. We used to click on Snapchat that time.
अच्छा.
Itna ganda filter. Hardly any bad pixelated pictures we used to post on Instagram. But it was a part of the journey, I believe. So I was posting that. Suddenly, like 2 3 months down the lane, I got 10,000 followers. And that time, getting 10,000 followers was a deal.
Organic.
उस टाइम तो यार बॉट वाला सिस्टम भी नहीं था. मतलब there was no system. There were no bots because Instagram itself was a new app.
Absolutely.
So I was in a popular college which had a lot of crowd, and eventually women started noticing me. So they started following me. So that is how my audience base started increasing. And my first brand collab was, I got a pair of heels the brand sent me. They were like, just post about it. And they took it back. Imagine. Today, nobody can tell me that we are taking the product back. Either you do it in a paid monetary manner, then you take your product back.
Yeah.
But that time, this wasn't a thing. They made me shoot for it, but I was so passionate about fashion that I completely wanted to do it. And I realized that maybe this has potential, but there was no term as blogging or even content creator, nothing.
They were undescribed,
Yeah, they were undescribed careers.
Yeah.
Totally. And this became a term around COVID. 2020. This is 2024, just 4 years back. Usse pehle, this was nothing. Like, yes, brands used to pay us, but not to this potential, not to this level. But that time it was like, acha, I did it. I sent the product back also. This is how slowly and steadily brands started giving me barter. Barter was still okay. Like, I'm putting in effort, I was getting something out of it. And because it was not an established career, so there were so many brands who wanted to work with, they wanted the mileage, but they were not willing to give anything. And the family wasn't supportive. My own family wasn't supportive. I have a very cool family, but that time they were not supportive of the fact that, what are you doing? Basically, every parent would question it. This was not a traditional career option. And coming from a child who wanted to become a cardiologist, they had to hear that I want to do this, which is just being on an app.
क्या कर रहे हो बेटा?
क्या कर रहे हो बेटा? मतलब, eyebrows were raised every now and then. They tried to stop me. They're like, what are you doing? You're posting pictures publicly. हर बंदे को होता है यार.
हमने आज तक तुम्हें रोका नहीं है, पर ये क्या है?
हाँ, और को समझ भी कैसे आए? Imagine for them to grow from that thing to here. And today, me sitting here, my mother knowing that I'm doing this. It's a big thing. Imagine the level of transformation I have added to them, and the amount they have put in, the effort that they've put in to transform from that experience to now.
The shift. Yeah.
The shift is amazing. Like, I feel I am fucking blessed. Like, with this kind of parents who know how to move with time, whether slowly and steadily, but they know.
Adapting and adopting.
Yeah, they know how to move with time. To, sink in that ethos that, this needs to be worked on. And when they saw that I was making money out of it, my friends started supporting me, brands were supporting me. Still, like 4 or rather 3 years back, they were not that comfortable. They were still questioning about what I was doing. But thankfully, I was someone who was because I had started earning pretty early. I was 21 when I started earning. So I was very confident about what I'm doing, that I will make it, I will do this, I will do that. I was super confident. But they weren't. Because, of course, coming from that generation, I understand they were not comfortable. I told them I don't want to do a master's degree only. I don't want to study further. I've done journalism advanced. Nanya, if I need, I will pursue this as a career. Or I've done BA English honors, so I will do English, something in English, or I teach people. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't want to study. They convinced me to study. They convinced me to, become, like, go for my master's at least. So I pursued masters in English, cleared that, and then also parallelly while I was doing my masters, people saw me building my own brand name, like Naz Arora from scratch. My college mates saw me. They started giving me opportunities. Opportunities how? They wanted me to manage their social media. So nobody knows this, but I also used to manage a lot of social media accounts for local brands here in Chandigarh. So I was minting good money. Getting 40,000 a month when you are hardly 21, 22, it's really good money. Okay, and parents telling you, beta, पढ़ लो, पढ़ाई तुम भी है. I'm that child who has always studied one day before the paper. But thankfully, like I told you, I have a photography memory. School में पढ़ा तो याद रहेगा. ऐसा नहीं है, I will forget it the next day. I will always remember.
रजिस्टर हो जाता है.
हाँ, वो हो जाता है. Now this is blessing, I believe.
गिफ्टेड है.
Gifted. Huh. So started from there. I started doing marketing for my friends, for my colleagues, and I marketed for a lot of like 5-6 brands. I even did it for the famous Sunny's salon in Chandigarh, tech sector hai. So did it for them also, like a couple of brands, good brands, and I was getting good money. So eventually I finished off with my master's degree, and I was started pursuing this full time, like a career option. Like without going for a traditional career option, I started doing this. Then COVID have everybody's job was gone. Everybody is sitting at home, nothing doing. My father's a businessman, so he was also sitting at home. But he's a good one. So thankfully he recovered eventually when markets opened. But when it came to me, I can easily say I was the only earning member. Instagram sideway. Instagram signed me for those 3 to 4 months. I was making money every month, even when people were sitting at home. So I was getting paid, and I was so happy about it. And rather, I could easily claim that I was the only earning member in the family at
You
that.
must have put a lot of people to keep quiet. अब देखो मेरे को.
So that time, even my mom, in a fun way, she said this to my dad. She's like, "See, she's earning."
देखा?
So it's like that. And then eventually when market started reworking, COVID, everything came back to normal. Life was normal. So started pursuing it full time again, like going out, doing brand things, brand events, and also doing, proper brand deals and everything. So I was earning well. And then eventually, like now, I work with luxury brands. Like my recent event was with Dior Beauty. So I went to Bombay for that. I am also working with Narcissist, which is a very well established makeup brand. It's one of the top leading makeup brands in US. They've just established a year back in India. So I'm also working with them. And also I'm a makeup artist. During COVID, my dad also felt that this cannot be the only thing to you. You should do more. And he was the one who told me that why don't you become a makeup artist? So he told me, go do a makeup course. And he saw the potential in the career option. And I actually did 3 different courses to, you know, understand makeup, how it's done, how it has to be done on other people. So that. And that's how he encouraged me to become a makeup artist. And today, when I tell people that it was his idea to tell me to become a makeup artist, they get shocked that how can a male person tell you to become a makeup artist?
And that to a parent.
Yeah, that to a parent. And makeup is also, if you see, they both are freelance careers. But I know how to juggle between them. I know how to make the money. And plus, I'm good at what I do. So it naturally has to fall in place. There's no chance. Like I told you, I'm not going to give you an opportunity to say no to me. I'll convince you back into it. I know myself. I'm confident about that out of everything. So yeah, that's how I became a makeup artist. And my journey with makeup also started. And say 2 years back, I was going through a bad phase in my personal life. Like, you know, there are things that happen to you, and I was not feeling very well. I was feeling pretty low. Like, I won't call it like depressed, but I had a lot of anxiety and everything else. So I started what I wanted to do something other than just these two careers, which were very interrelated. I wanted to add more to myself. So I started doing brand events. I started curating events for local brands. And apart from that, I started taking brand events where I used to play the host for a lot of people. Like my guest list was there. So I was guest listing for the brands. Like my recent event has been with beautiful, amazing brands like SS Beauty, Elizabeth Arden. They are all very established, renowned brands. So this is just the recent one. But I started hosting and doing events. And now I'm pretty much doing all of this together, all by myself. And I just have a couple of teammates who help me do it. Yeah.
Wow, matlab I'm short of breath myself because इतना कुछ है ना, you've seen everything, parents ने भी support किया,
हाँ.
you know,
नहीं भी किया फिर कर भी
फिर-
लिया.
they भी किया, but you eventually,
I told you, there is no way you can say no.
but did your parents, once they saw other people doing, going online, creating content, getting successful, was that a convincing point to them? Yeah, they were just in belief कि जो मेरा बच्चा कहेगा हमने वो accept करना है.
बिलीफ वाली बात ये है कि मैंने बचपन से ही अपना इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस क्रिएट किया हुआ है कि मेरे पेरेंट्स को पता है अगर कहीं मतलब इफ यू लीव हर इन अ बोट इन द मिडल ऑफ अ वाटर लाइक सी ओशन एनीथिंग शी इज दैट पर्सन हु इज गोइंग टू स्विम बैक शी विल स्विम herself back to the piece of land and she will survive.
So you're a rebel.
I'm a rebel. Also, I believe in survival of the fittest. So even if tomorrow I feel this isn't working, I'm not the one who is going to be like, oh shit, I put so many years, this is not working for me. I'll find something new. Nobody has to worry about me.
फिर ये 2-3 साल अभी आपने जो बोला, वो 2-3 साल आप इतने मतलब why were you down for 2-3 years? Health?
Oh, health. I'm an asthmatic.
Okay.
Also, I have a lot of like skin allergies and all of that. My skin is very sensitive. So sometimes adverse reactions make you feel bad. Then I have always like kept this thing constant that I've been bullied a lot. So sometimes when you feel that this industry is very competitive, people are trying to pull you down. It's fashion industry, makeup industry.
Yeah.
Constantly you have people who like show themselves to be your friends. They're actually not your friends.
Yeah.
So they try to pull you down. They are trying to constantly backpitch about you. They are trying to ruin your career. They are trying to tell other people that she's not good at it at all. So somewhere that really was, started bothering me at one point of time. But like I told you, it was bothering me to a level where I was very sleepless for quite like say 6-7 months, 1 year. But then I told you, I'm not somebody who's going to sit back. I was constantly in that tug of war trying to pull myself out of it. But I was not able to at that stretch of time. Maybe it was just meant to happen. And maybe it was to find myself a new path. Maybe it was my calling, or however, just to put me in a better direction. You can put it across like that. I never am that person who feels that something has happened to make you feel go low, like make you go low. Nothing happens to make you go low. Everything happens to make you a better person. That's something I really believe in.
Become prepared.
Yes. And if I didn't have had that kind of bullying, I wouldn't be the person today that I am. And I'm so happy about who I am today.
I think it's all about how we जो भी हमारे experiences होते हैं उसको कैसे हम adopt करते हैं for our good or for our bad. So you've done it very well.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So one thing is very evident that you have developed a successful career for yourself. And one thing you've also mentioned कि technically आप social media content creation कर लो, fashion influencing, makeup artist, events curation,
Travel content.
travel. Now, these all things may eventually be termed under freelance.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So what I'm taking this conversation into, which is very important for people our age, younger, who want to enter into this industry, to understand that there'll be spurts of moments and timelines jahan pe they will earn money, right? However, what people tend to think कि जो उन्होंने earn करना शुरू कर दिया, that is going to sustain forever, वो नहीं हो रहा है. तो what is your input or opinion for everyone कि जब आप वो earn कर रहे हो तब आपको कैसे steps लेने चाहिए to ensure that you remain financially free forever?
Well, financially free in this category and this city is little questionable for a lot of people because brands are running towards barter. The people who are ready to do barter. Brands do not want to pay. The market keeps crashing. If you see that there are some brands who perform really well and some even well-established brands who shut down in no time. And I feel like I believe I have learned this um entrepreneur mind from my dad. Like he has this. So you should give your business at least, if nothing, 365 days to see how it's performing. You cannot question your profit and loss statement before a 365-day term, right? You should at least let it form for 1 year. If you've opened say any XYZ, you've opened a food brand, you should at least give it that time to establish and register with people's mind. Am I correct?
Absolutely. So you've picked the question in the queue rightly.
Yeah.
But let me rephrase it also.
Okay.
And let me put you on the spotlight. ठीक है कि अगर आपको you want to become in your career right now and suppose tomorrow you want to और आपने decide कर लिया कि इसके बाद ना शायद मुझे कुछ नहीं करना and you want to sustain and be financially free forever. So what are those steps which you may take? It doesn't matter कि वो स्टेप लेने में कितना टाइम लगता है. वो आप अगर कोई बिजनेस में इन्वेस्ट करते हो या आप कुछ और करते हो उसको कितना टाइम लगता है, दैट इज समथिंग सेपरेट, क्योंकि सबके अपनी इकोनॉमिक डिमांड्स, फाइनेंशियल नीड्स विल बी डिफरेंट. राइट. सो एवरीबडी कैन नॉट बी इन द सेम बोट. बट वो ऐसे कौन से स्टेप्स हैं जो हम सबके लिए बहुत ज़रूरी हैं टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ये करने हैं?
Firstly, always try to renew yourself. You should move with the flow, what the market is flowing into, the direction the market is going to. If you do not know how to encash on your audience, sorry, you cannot survive in this market.
ठीक है.
You should know what your audience wants from you and what you want to deliver from yourself. You need to know and you need to bridge this gap. Basically, this is the most important and the thumb rule for any content creator, no matter what. Now, if today my niche falls in the luxury category, I should know that I need to bridge this gap, right? I need to have a luxury audience, and then I need the brands to, amalgamate in the right way, right? And secondly, you should constantly reinvent yourself. You should try. People wait. Like once a certain kind of content starts performing on their page, they're constantly repeating it. Just wearing different, maybe clothes, maybe different makeup, and repeating a similar form of content. Whereas what I am suggesting is constantly reinventing yourself and experimenting with content time and again. Like you can divide. Say 60% you do the kind of content that is already performing well. But the 40%, try 20% as experimental and 20% is something new. Like putting out something very raw and candid about yourself so that the audience also tends to connect with you. Now, my audience connects with me because I speak with them. I speak with them in the language of, say, makeup, in this language of fashion. It doesn't have to be just my personal life, but tidbits of who I am, what I like to do, what maybe what product I would be owning for real. Like yesterday, we were having this like Instagram Q&A where I was talking about luxury bags, how I, what kind of bag I would like, what kind of bag my audience would like. There was a Q&A box. So people were actually putting in their input. So that makes me have a sense of connect with my audience for real. I also get to know what is behind their mind. And I also get to know what kind of brands I need to work with, what kind of things I need to invest in, even if I'm putting my own content. So you need to know how to perform.
So tell me, fashion, travel, event curation, makeup, what excites you the maximum? I'm sure everything is super exciting, but उसमें से ना हमेशा there's a top choice कि यार ये this is something which I do from my heart.
See, I'll tell you, I cannot literally frame it. Travel is what rejuvenates me as a person. So I love traveling. You can put me into like a suitcase and send me.
हाँ,
I would love it.
ठीक है.
And on my travel, I'm that person. I would sleep for 5 to 6 hours, that's max.
हाँ,
And the other 18 hours or say 19 hours, I'm going to explore that city to the T. I am not leaving any stone unturned. So I went to Bali, like I think last year. So I went to this place where they were literally showing how to make batik, the fabric. So I like to learn that kind of experiences as well. Then I went for a silver making workshop, like how they make rings and everything. They put those little things on it. They actually show you. And I don't know if audience is interested in that kind of thing. I do the traditional travel also, like visit the places, see the temples or whatever, like
Yeah.
the popular spots,
Yeah.
everything. I do that also.
Yeah.
But I also take in experiences. Like I am not leaving that place without knowing that place.
We all know you're explorative completely, है ना?
Adventurous.
I'm sure as a child you must have put your finger in the
Socket.
है ना? कि check तो करे.
My mother sealed them with tapes.
She knows you. Huh?
Yeah. So, matlab, I'm going to do that. I am not leaving. So, travel is something I cannot live without because it rejuvenates me, and you don't get the content burnout also. So, you cannot leave travel. So, that's how I'm literally telling you fashion and makeup is something that really excites me. And event curation is something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy meeting people. I am not an extrovert, but I'm an ambivert. Like there are days when I want to talk to people, but there are days I don't want to look at anybody.
No humans.
No humans. And trust me, I'm that person. I'm equally comfortable being on my own. If you see me at a party, I am the life of the party. But if you leave me in my room alone, I'm still the life of that room.
Yeah.
Matlab, there is no way that I'm going to get bored on my own. No. I don't need 10 people to hang out with every day. Yes, I hang out with my friends, but it's not the only thing. Like I like having my alone time also. Because it adds so much more to me as a person, not just as Naz Arora, the content creator, but also the person that I am. It helps me grow from inside, spiritually, mentally, and it helps me to get back to my normal life, how a normal human being should be, apart from having that fame factor, how you should be as an individual. It really puts you in your place, spending that time with yourself.
So I'm gonna take a cue from this. And how do you heal when everybody suffers? कभी कोई पार्टी पे कुछ किसी ने कुछ कह दिया या एक environment ऐसा है या mood खराब चल रहा है तो how do you heal when you come out? Do you do any spiritual? Do you meditate or any other things you do to heal?
My mom's always said one thing.
हाँ.
Never tell about your meditative activities to anybody because it says it affects your energy. It really does. This happened to me once. I was talking to somebody and I was telling them this is what I do, this, that. And next few days I was not able to align myself with like my inner body, my mind, everything. So this is something that I believe, even if we are on podcast, I will keep very personal to myself. But you need to do all of this to stay sane, especially in a career which is so competitive. You need to do this. You cannot survive without it. That's how I would like easily like to maintain my mom's word and also sum it up.
Fair enough. So what is the biggest insecurity or fear?
I don't think I have an insecurity now.
तो फिर भी कुछ ना कुछ तो रहता ही है कि this thing should always I will guard it, but this thing is very close to me, and वो ना हो तो insecurity can be of any form, you know.
I think early on in life I had no friends. Now I have plenty of them. But my biggest insecurity would be just not my parents being around. Like that's something, because I feel when I didn't have any friends during all my school years while I was just studying, they were my biggest pillars of strength. That is the only thing. And even if today we argue on so many things because we are two different generations living in the same house, so it happens a lot of times that we argue, but it's still more like I want their presence everywhere. I'm not somebody who lies. This is one thing about me. I'm the most truthful and honest person you will meet. I have no filter. If I don't like you, I don't like you. I would say a hi and leave. It's as simple as that. I think on all social events, I'm the last person to go and the first person to leave. So you can imagine like how much I interact with people. It's always to the point. It's a minimal conversation, but it's nice.
So you decide with energy.
Yeah, I decide with people's energy.
हाँ.
If I like you, I like you. And I can talk for 10 more minutes. But if I don't like you, I just say hi and leave. And there's no bad feeling about it. Probably we are not in sync with each other. And we are not meant to be sitting together in the same room. It's just that.
So it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
And trust me, I don't hate those people. Like if my energy doesn't match with you, doesn't mean I'm hating you. It simply means we are not meant to be together. I just take it as that.
And I think there's nothing wrong in it.
Yeah.
There's nothing right or wrong.
What's wrong about it? Telling someone that we are not meant to be together.
Yeah.
It's more respectful. At least I'm not the one who's going behind your back and bitching about you.
You can easily say our collab didn't work.
Yeah. Yes. Works, yeah.
So looking on that, what is your dream collaboration? कुछ होता है ना कि यार ये करना है मेरे को.
वो तो मैं पेज पे दिखाऊंगी.
हाँ. है मतलब something is cooking.
Something's cooking or something that I would like to cook. I will show it.
And which was your best collab? जो हो चुका है.
One was definitely Dior Beauty. Second, I think I worked with Burberry. So that is Burberry Beauty is also one of my favorite brands. And it's one of the most well shot pieces of content I feel I've done. Like it's very beautiful, aesthetically pleasing to the eyes, I believe. And there's a lot of fashion things that are coming up. So I would like to see you to see them on my page now.
I am looking forward. So अगर कोई brand they reach out to you and they want you, Naz Arora, to curate an event for them, what is, according to you, their expectations in their mind?
See, every brand comes with a different expectation.
Correct.
Because their audience set is different. If you're working for, say, a fashion brand, their expectation, and depending on the audience, do they want a luxury audience? Do they want a mass appeal? Firstly, that question.
But they'll come to you, na, because they will see you in a certain frame. Ki
Yes.
This is what you can bring on the table.
And brands go on the money factor. Like my recent event sales, like it was 3.3 lakh in what? 3 hours. 3.3 lakhs in 3 hours in a mall that is full of people, hardly like entering the beauty stores and everything. It's a number. They probably don't do it even on the whole day. Like in the span they start from morning to the end of the day.
Closing time.
Yes, they are probably not doing the number. If they're doing it in 3 hours with me means the brand is going to repeat me. There's no choice. If they're definitely targeting my market, they're going to repeat me. I know it. And they're more than happy to come back. If you're providing them this sort of numbers, they're more than happy to come back, and they are going to tell you, do this, do that. They're just going to, they will not dictate you then. They will tell you, can you do this for us? The tone, the everything. They let you take the lead then. So it really actually depends on how you have to frame the event, because it depends on the brand budget. It depends on the market they're targeting, whether they're just catering to a luxury audience or a mass audience. So it really depends. You can't literally define it in a terminology and put it across.
Have you ever felt that during a collaboration, किसी brand ने एक respect line cross की हो?
Yeah. This happens.
होता है?
Happens. Because they think they've just now it doesn't happen with me. Earlier it has happened. I will not lie about it, because probably that time Chandigarh was a second tier city. Now Chandigarh is way more established. Like, I recently met a magazine editor. She did her second or third event in Chandigarh in 6 months. So Chandigarh is a bloody well establishing market. And it's no more just a second tier city, it's competing. It's competing with cities like Delhi, Bombay,
Oh, yes.
Bangalore. Now it's not considered just as a second tier city in Punjab, Haryana. Now it's given that status that they want to collaborate with Chandigarh theatres. They want to have events in Chandigarh market, and frequent ones.
Yeah,
It's becoming a like
I think
it's more like I feel we're living in Gurgaon. Chandigarh is kind of Gurgaon, with the traffic also increasing every day. But also, yeah, this fact.
So I think in my lifetime at least, I've noticed that mind shift happening. That when we came to Chandigarh, it was termed as a retirement town.
Oh, no.
Huh.
But Delhi people, when they still come here,
Mm.
or Bombay people also, they feel it's very slow.
Hmm.
But I like what I have witnessed from my school years to now. Like, I've been born and brought up in this city. This city has changed. It has picked on to trends,
Yeah.
things like no other city has. Chandigarh has the most well-educated audience, and they are ready to invest in stuff.
Yeah.
If it's a convincing one, sure,
Yeah.
they are ready to buy.
I agree.
It's a buyer's market.
Do you remember the saying about Chandigarh?
Yeah,
Hari-
that it's a retirement city,
नहीं, वो जो
100%.
पंजाबी वाला हरी झाड़ियाँ ते चिट्टी दाड़ियाँ. You haven't heard?
I speak less Punjabi, even though I'm a Sardar.
But did you understand what I said?
Ha. I understand Punjabi. It's like just like I speak less,
Yeah.
because when you're in a convent, you have that habit of speaking in English all the time.
Yeah.
So I have that habit, but ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ.
Thank you. You know why suddenly during our conversations I have to tune myself into Hindi or Punjabi, because so that the wider audience can also understand.
नहीं, you want me to continue in Hindi, English, Punjabi? I can do English, Pinglish, whatever, everything.
Got the point. So where have you traveled for brand collaborations?
Just the reason was Bombay, earlier Delhi, like just in a 1 week gap.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 1 week it was in Delhi, 3 days later Mumbai, and that was also like short notice. Like, you got the opportunity, you leave.
When you global?
Very soon.
Very soon. Huh? Something is cooking, है ना? कुछ ना कुछ तो.
I told you, leave it. Leave it to the universe to do the things.
Fabulous. Any incident with any collaboration or brand which you feel that you should highlight, good or bad?
Okay. But I don't think I'm that person who brings across.
It can be good, good experience, yeah. The way I was treated by that brand was beyond my expectations.
Like I told you, Narcissus,
Huh.
Nars, the beauty brand, they treated me really well. They flew me down from Chandigarh. They flew me down more as a makeup artist, not just as an influencer. They like me for my makeup set of skills, and they flew me down Delhi for their brand immersion event, and it was grand. There were 6 people from all over India,
Hmm.
so you can imagine how choosy and selective they were. There's a very recent one. That's why probably it's on my mind also. And it's something that's really, really unique for a content creator to be a part of a brand immersion. It's just talks about the quality of work I do. And it was amazing. Like the whole thing. The Singapore team, the US team, there were trainers from Singapore who came. Hannah, the US team knows about you as someone from India. So nice. Like I feel
No, lovely.
yeah.
I have two questions from you.
Yeah, these the last one.
Last two questions. अगर Instagram कल बंद हो जाए,
Huh.
what is your life about?
About who I am as a person.
That's strong.
Yes. No. So I respect Instagram for being a part of my livelihood and helping me earn money. But this just doesn't sum me up. There's YouTube. You should always, I believe, in having a backup plan. There's YouTube. And my set of audience is already, they like me for who I am. I am more than just Naz Arora, a brand and an influencer. I feel I'm a brand in myself. And I'm an entrepreneur. You never know what I'm coming back with.
कुछ तो बन रहा है. कुछ तो बन रहा है. You have to keep your page checked every day.
Yes, guys. Unsponsored, but follow me on nas.arora on Instagram
Till it is live.
till it's live.
My final question to you is
I'm
that
going to be a living legend, I'm telling you.
you are. This podcast should be flashed on Stephen's groups also, for SD groups also, for DPS also,
And I did my master's from MCM, so MCM also. Girls also.
So now there is always a question where everyone have to manage a lot of things. So this is something which I personally ask everyone, because we at My Soho, we manage offices. And when we really believe in the tier 2 emerging journey.
Yeah.
And Jesse, you mentioned how Chandigarh has beautifully grown. It is no less than Gurgaon right
Oh,
now.
absolutely.
Right. So we truly believe in the power of the new emerging towns of India. And Chandigarh is just one of them.
Yes.
And we as our brand are established in many, many tier 2 emerging towns. When we started this journey of building offices, it was initially just an office. But then हमें धीरे-धीरे realize हुआ, when we give a managed office to a businessman, to a consultant, to a corporate, MNC, we take care of so many of their day-to-day activities, knowingly, unknowingly, that they only eventually end up focusing on their business growth. So this was so phenomenal for us to understand that if somebody helps you manage a certain aspect, तो जिंदगी कितनी आसान हो सकती है.
बिल्कुल.
तो आपके लाइफ में, करियर में, घर पे ऐसा कोई चीज है जिसकी वजह से यू आर जस्ट सो थैंकफुल कि यार ये चीजें ना, माय दिस स्ट्रेस इज somebody is taking care of?
I think I'm most grateful for my family. Most grateful. I don't say it enough on my social media or to my parents, but मेरे लिए मेरे parents ऊपर कोई भी नहीं है. I know this new concept of people telling that, it's okay when you're growing, you can take that time off and, not give that much time to your parents. But I don't feel that. This might sound little old school to you for my age, but I do not believe in that. Somebody who is taking care of my needs when I'm not home, it's my mother who does that. And somebody who is constantly advising and supporting me, it's my dad. And they together make me the human that I am. Probably they are the reason I'm grounded. I am like a good person. And I actually think I'm a good person. There's always scope to be better. But I think for what they've taught me, my values are very strong. And I feel that I am where I am because of their support. if they don't take care of my personal stuff, like my basic requirements needed at home, I probably would be more tense and I would not be able to perform that better at work. This is something we guys take for granted. Yes. And especially with the social media world taking over, I've seen the generations that are on more on social media, they take this so with a like pinch of salt. They don't give it that much importance. But I feel if my parents don't take that kind of care which is required, I would be so much more stressed. My working potential would reduce. I would be stressed half of the time, maybe losing my hair eventually, which I never want to. Sorry.
Why, is that a dig on me?
Sorry, no. With myself. Like, I am this person who is very particular about my looks. Like, I like the fact that you should look good. Like, I like it for myself. I don't judge other people, but for myself, it's very important. So, that ways, yeah.
So I
I think
yeah.
we should give our parents or anybody, whether it's your house help who's supporting you, enough credit for whatever work they're doing for us. I think we should be grateful for it. If they don't give us that kind of support, all of us who are making, like, doing good in our careers, or who are going out, like, who are out most of the day, we are nothing without their help. Trust me when I say it, एक दिन घर का और बाहर का काम करके देख लो सब कुछ, आपको पता चल जाएगा मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ.
I agree.
है ना? Even for your house help,
Huh.
I feel you should be grateful.
I think on this note now, I am going to give everyone, I'm going to start this from today, that in every episode, I'll give a tip of the episode. So I think what I've learned today is that nobody is a self-made man. There are people silently contributing to your daily life, to your success, to your growth. And we take them for granted. So we have to realize that there are people around who, आप ये मत सोचो कि ये हमारा राइट है, ये उनकी ड्यूटी है. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. We are all dependent on each other.
इतना स्पिरिचुअल बीच में आई वुड लाइक टू ऐड अ स्पिरिचुअल लाइन मैंने कहीं सुनी थी. वो कहते हैं कि अगर आप सोचते हो घर में एक कई कई घर ऐसे हैं इंडिया में जहाँ पे एक मेंबर अर्निंग, यू शुड नेवर थिंक इट लाइक दैट कि एक मेंबर अर्निंग है. यू नेवर नो whose luck is supporting you get that money inside the house. It can be your child, it can be your old mother, it can be your wife, it can be your husband, whatever. Like, it can be any person. If there's one earning member in the family, it necessarily doesn't mean that he is only doing it. Probably that's his duty towards the house. But maybe the luck factor that's working in his favor or her favor is someone else's. So you get
Agree.
that?
I agree.
You you really need to understand that we all are somebody's contribution towards where we are going. If my friends or my so-called classmates hadn't bullied me earlier in life, I wouldn't be who I am today. And people who are doing good or bad to me today are forming my future selves, apart from my own thoughts.
Everyone contributes.
Yes, everybody contributes to you. And this tip is something that I feel we should all agree to.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody is contributing towards who you're becoming, the kind of person that you are. It's you should, it's always said, when you do something in life, be grateful for it. We do not, none of us are grateful enough. Like, we should always thank everything that is happening for us. Maybe it's putting us in the right direction.
I think before closing the podcast, I'll share what I learned from Arnold Schwarzenegger. He became a successful, bodybuilder, then one of the finest, actors, especially for action. And then he eventually became the governor for California, USA. So while giving a talk in probably Harvard, he was talking to the students who were enrolling. He said that I am not a self-made man. That friend who gave me a pillow why I didn't have anything to sleep on contributed.
Of course.
That person who got me food in the evening because I didn't have any money and I had to have that nutrition and nourishment to work out the next day. that person contributed. So nobody can be a self-made man.
Yes. It's always said we are independent. None of us are 100% independent. We need to understand that.
Yeah.
Like, not talking about somebody from me. I come from a very privileged background. I should be the last person saying this, but this is honest reality that none of us are self-made. There's no word as independent. We are all codependent. Man is a social animal. We are codependent on everybody. Like, I believe even if you can't, be nice to everybody, at least be cordial.
Polite.
Yeah, be polite.
Be human.
Be human. Be polite.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put across. You are not you without them.
Yeah.
You're not you for just being you. There's so much that has gone
Yeah.
through.
And if the energies don't match, just say
Say,
the collab didn't happen, move on.
yeah, we are socially not cordial.
Great conversation.
Thanks.
Loved every conversation with you. Enjoyed. Gonna keep a lookout on your, Instagram page to see what's cooking up.
Thanks.
Yeah. But thank you for coming to my sofa today. Thank you, Naz.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.